This is a thing in history a lot where, especially men, there's a lot of men in history who do great things but are also terrible in their private life or their home life. Yeah. Like, it's just a reoccurring theme. All right, welcome back, wormlings. Today I got my beautiful girlfriend with me. Say hello.
What's good? What's good? What's good, everybody? What's up, wormlings? Hey.
Okay, so today what we're going to do is we are going to rate each other's bookshelves. It's only like, it's got like 3 tiers. It's not a very big bookshelf. We're working on that. Eventually one day we'll get more books, but we got to work through the ones we got now. Okay. All right, so the way this is going to go is that we're both going to, pick out books from our bookshelves, and then we'll briefly say what it is, and then we'll both say whether we would actually read each other's books or not.
Okay.
All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So you pick one book, I'll pick another. All right, so this is the 21 Divisions Handbook. It's kind of in the name. It's a book talking about the 21 divisions and all the whys involved, with, numbers associated with them, foods, animals, all that type of stuff.
Explain what the 21 divisions is.
Oh, the 21 divisions is Dominican voodoo. So it is an ATR, an African traditional religion, born in the Caribbean through resistance, baby. Okay. All right. So what's your book?
My book is The 12 Laws of the Universe. Basically, just going over it's in the title, 12 Laws of the Universe.
So
how you can apply it to your life. It's very basic, very easy how thin the book is, and it helped me. It helped me a lot.
Would you read this book?
I've skimmed through it. Yeah, I would. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like learning about different spiritual beliefs and things like that, especially something that if she's interested in it, to know why. So yeah. What about you? Would you read my 12 Laws of the Universe?
Honestly, it's a small book. I would do it.
You can get
I would read it. Yeah, I feel like I could read that pretty quickly. My attention span's been struggling a bit, so I think I could do it. 4 blood types, 4 diets. Eat right for your type. The individualized blood type diet solution. This is a very long. This is a very long title. Okay. This book is basically about. It's kind of like a diet book. It's a book about the blood type diet, which is a diet that says what you should be eating according to your blood type. It's the title would be self-explanatory, Yeah. So like a handbook of sorts.
Mm-hmm. Okay, my book is literally my book. This is a shameless plug. This is my children's book, Kai King, the Superhero Bros. It's about 2 kids who, I wrote it based on real kids in real life who have superpowers, and I wrote it because, I want black kids to know that they can be anything they want to be, even superheroes.
Hey.
So would you read my book?
I've already read the book, so that's a yes. I've already read the book.
Yeah.
Good book. Y'all go fuck with the book. If you got some children, get the book. We'll put the link down in the description. All right. How about this?
I feel like yes and no. No, because she already has gone through the book.
Okay, but it's about you.
Yeah, but you already be telling me okay, for your blood type, this is what you can eat, and this is what you should be eating. This. So I feel like, why do I need to read it if you're gonna tell me what's in it?
That's true. That's valid. Okay. Right. How to ADHD, an insider's guide on working with your brain, not against it. I did a whole entire series on my channel about this book, so y'all go check that out. Mm-hmm. I think I could put it like a little box on here in the video, so it should be like on the top corner. Mm-hmm. Whole series called Chapter Chats. Y'all check it out if you are interested. This is self-explanatory yet again. It's a book about how to manage ADHD. It has a lot of tips and tricks, and it's been very helpful for me to understand my brain. so yeah, that's what it's about.
All right, and my book is called Champions. I believe this is book 1. This was given to me by a former friend's little brother who I really do care about. Still care about him. And the book is basically about, Marvel characters, but it's like the Champions. Yeah, it's a comic book. And basically them going around, I like it because it touches on political issues a little bit, but it's for kids. You feel me? It touches on gentrification a little bit and stuff like that. So, good read.
Okay.
Would you read my book though?
I would read your book. I would read it. I've never read a comic book before, but I do want to. Stay tuned because I might make a video about it. But I do want to read a comic book. I've never read one. I read a manga for the first time. That's on my channel. I made a video about that. Mm-hmm. But yes, I would. How about you?
I would. Although she's already did a series on it, I still think it's important to go back sometimes because it's things I may miss. And she also, in the book, Jessica, who's the author, and she also has a YouTube channel, she discusses, 8 people with ADHD are the brains, and we're the hearts, the people who love people with ADHD. And I think it's important if you're going to date somebody or if you have a familial relationship with someone who has ADHD, it's good to read stuff like this. So I would.
Okay, cool. This is the 21 Divisions, Mysteries and Magic of Dominican Voodoo. So similar to the last one. So the other, that it says it, another 21 Divisions book about Dominican Voodoo. Now the difference with the other one was very straight to the point. This is the law. This is what they do. This one has a lot more personal stories and anecdotes in it, which I really liked. So it also lists out certain things, but it has more of a. I'm not saying the other one doesn't have any at all. It's more handbooky style, whereas this one is more story style. So yeah, that's the book.
Yeah, and my book is called Hero Camp. It's another comic book. We got it from a local bookstore. They had like great books. It's basically about a guy on a camp saving people. You know, it's pretty self-explanatory, the title. Very short. You see, it's very thin as well. Like, quick read. It's a good comic book. It's the first. No, this is the third book actually. I should have got the first one, but I couldn't find it. So.
Oh yeah, that's when we go into the bookstore.
Yeah. So
that is kind of random getting the third book. Yeah. I feel like you gotta get the first and the second.
Yeah, because I was kind of confused reading it. It was like it was referencing things from the other books that I didn't know what it was talking about. But
did you notice it was the third book when you got it?
No, I didn't when I got it. No, but when I read it, I was like, what? Like, whatever. But would you read my book?
Okay. Yes and no. So yes and no because I want to read your book, but I would want to start with the first one. Like I don't want to read it if it's the third book unless I've already read the first and second because I don't want to feel lost.
That makes sense.
Would you read mine?
Yeah. Like I said, same as before. I like learn about especially African traditional religions. I'm interested. I am gonna read it one day. I don't know when. I got a lot of books to get through.
Right. So this right here is a manga. It's called Horobi. I literally just read this like last week. I need to read the rest of the series because it ended on a cliffhanger and it's kind of bothering me. But like I will say this is like one of those mangas where it's like not super well defined on the characters, or at least maybe because it's only book one. So the emphasis isn't more so on the characters; it's more like on the story. You know, the plot line of the story. I can't even remember the names of the characters, but basically, you know, it's about kind of like this monster that's going around killing people and them trying to like a team of like scientists. It's not just a scientist; it follows different people in the town in their perspectives on what's going on during the whole ordeal. But the main group, this is like one of the main people here. It's about I guess you would say the main character because he gets nightmares about the monster. He doesn't know what it is. Whole time he's like low key preemptively having dreams about things that are gonna happen and they happen. So I think I said a lot about this manga. Yeah.
Okay. I need you to remember this one. So the only reason why I'm showing two books is they go hand in hand. Right, read this one first, and you have to read this one next. I briefly read this one, and I did not get to this one.
Oh, so you did read that one?
I didn't get through it yet. I read halfway through. So basically, this one's called Meet Your Strong Man and Whatever You Want to Know. Happy is the man who findeth wisdom, and the man giveth understanding. And this one is the UCC connection, how to free yourself from legal tyranny. Basically, in the beginning of my spiritual awakening, I learned a lot about blackness. I mean, I grew up, I'm black, you know what I mean? But this more so tells you how to free yourself from things that are tied to you by name that was given to you.
Like legally,
you know what I mean?
Like how to free yourself from like legal oppression.
Yeah, I don't want to say too much just because, just read these books. I recommend them for anybody.
You haven't read the second one?
I read the second one, but I still recommend because they go hand in hand. You gotta get both. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, would you read my books?
Hell yeah, honestly, like about
I need to read them.
Like 4 years ago, I had just started to learn about like the whole straw man, like concepts and stuff, and I had wanted to embark more on that journey to learn more about that. But the person I had been kind of starting to learn that from, I no longer was associating with them at a certain point, and when I stopped associating with them, so did kind of like embarking on learning about it. I only kind of started to learn the basics, so I didn't get past it. So I would definitely like to learn about it. Okay. Would you read this?
Yeah, I like manga. Period. Like it sounds interesting. The fact that he has I wonder what the whole eye thing is. Is that the eye that he has premonitions with or something? If I don't tell me, I want to read
it. We're laughing because
I didn't even see you grab that. I didn't even notice. I didn't even. I didn't notice you. Dead ass. I didn't see what you grabbed. Oh my god, bro, we're sick. Dead ass. I wasn't even looking at you. Worried about my book.
I thought you saw and you
did it on purpose. I did it. I swear. So I can go first if you want.
I'll go first.
Okay.
As you can see here, she got a book. What was it? Was it for my birthday?
Yeah.
My birthday.
Yeah,
so for my birthday, she had a book done called "Tag I Love You." Y'all can't get this book. Obviously, this is a one of a kind book. It's a book about our love. It's very beautiful. The artwork on this is very beautiful. It's that simple. Nothing much to that. It's that. And as you can see here,
bro, don't do that, man. Don't do that. So let me go over my book. This is a book that she got me for our anniversary. We think the same. I got this book months in advance, and then she gonna give me a book right after. So I thought it was ironic that we both got each other books. You know what I'm saying? I bought this in December, the same month of our 2-year anniversary of meeting each other. Right?
Yeah.
So
Because we basically both got it for each other like around the same time. But obviously we chose different art styles. I was.
Yeah, you can't get this book anywhere.
What's it called?
Happy Anniversary. Love So Real. It had us catching flights. Dead ass though.
And then we went for like both like a blue color scheme. Not even on purpose. I didn't even know. I had no idea you were getting me this. You great minds think alike. I guess there's no question on whether we would read it. Obviously, we have both read the books. We made them, so it's obviously yes. This book is called Modeling 101: How to Make Your First $1,000 as a Model. So this book is exactly what it says on the title. Some books it's very much like it's very self-explanatory. I got this back when I was more involved with like modeling and entertainment scene and things like that. I got this shit like back in 2020. I think it was 2020, years ago. And I was in a whole entire like program and everything as well. And I met some like really cool girls that I was cool with for some years. We still follow each other on Instagram. But yeah, it's a very short book. I feel like if you're looking into very like kind of just the basics of modeling, you know, I think this is a really good shorthand book. So yeah.
Okay, my book is Angela Y. Davis, Freedom is a Constant Struggle, Ferguson, Palestine, and the Foundations of a Movement. All right. This book is basically an interview with Angela Davis, and I truly enjoy this book. She speaks on things like intersectionality. I think it's very important because we are all connected. I got a lot of political books, but we're all connected. So once people get that, I feel like everything else falls into place. But this is a good read. Yeah. Would you read my book?
Okay, so yes and no. I feel like we're giving a lot of yes and no's. Because, okay, I read a good chunk of the portion of that book to you.
You did, yeah. I forgot about that.
So I didn't read the whole entire book, but a good chunk of the book I did read to you because it was during a time where you kind of struggling to like
just concentrate,
concentrate on reading on your own. And so I started reading to her because it would be easier to digest that way. And so it's kind of like, but I didn't read the whole book because you had already started reading some on your own, and I think you finished off. No, or did I read the rest with you? I think.
We finished it together.
We finished it together. So it's like, I think I read about 75% of the book with you, but the other 25% I didn't. So it's like, is it really worth reading the other 25%?
I think I don't know. We talked about it too, so.
And then we were talking about it, so. But I could also just read, I don't know, honestly. Maybe I'll go back in there and read like the first 25% of the pages, but I also might not do it. It's not a guarantee.
Right.
So, it is a good book, though. Highly recommend. Would you read this book?
No. I'm not saying I don't ever want to model, but I don't think that book can really teach me anything that I could just learn from this experience. You feel me? So no, I would not read that. But I ain't knocking nobody who won't need it.
Also, the landscape has changed a lot.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say that
experiences.
Things were a lot different back then. Like COVID had just hit in 2020. Post COVID, things are different in that world. So this is technically not a book. I know it's in book form. This is actually not a book. This is a dissertation, I think is what it's called, that I went and printed myself into a book. Well, I, went to a company and had them print it because I love the dissertation that much. This is Introduction to Dominican Blackness. Very key read for any, Dominicans just kind of on their, journey of like radicalization, wanting to know more about, kind of like the oppressive, just exploring more of like the oppressive infrastructure we have going on in our country. This is a very illuminating book. I mean, the amount of references in this book, they referenced a lot. Like, they have so many, like, bro, there's like 4 pages of references. It's fucking insane. They did their work. Okay, I wanted to like buy a book from them, but they said they were going to eventually print out like a book version, but it's been a while. I don't know if they're ever gonna get to it or not. I'll buy it from them directly, but for now I went and printed that shit out myself. I would love to print out more copies and give it to folks like for free and stuff. This is a must read. Yeah.
The Creative Act: A Way of Being by Rick Rubin. I got this book. I've never read it, but I got it because it was recommended for people who are on their creative journey of, just trying to figure out what you want to do creatively and how to bring that about and how to, not be so self-conscious or overthink the route that you want to go with your life. If you're creative, I would recommend this book. I haven't read it.
You can't recommend it if you haven't read it.
But I heard good reviews. So I will read it. It's just a thick ass book, as you can see. I need to get to it, but I got a bunch of other books I need to. But would you read my book?
Hell, you haven't even read it.
It ain't about me.
If you read the book, maybe. Just because I don't know. I don't know if I. First of all, it is a pretty thick book, but I need to expand my ability to concentrate again. Anyways, all right. So, would you read my book or dissertation collection?
Yeah. I have my
that
quarrels.
doesn't sound like a very strong.
No, I would, because I have my quarrels about Dominican Blackness. So I want to hear from somebody who embraces that, and also, what the resources are, what they're speaking on, and I'm always open to read about stuff like this. So yeah.
Next book, My No Woman No Cry, My Life with Bob Marley.
Why are you making that face?
I'm making the face. Okay, it's a good book. This is a good book. Self-explanatory. This is Rita Marley wrote this herself along with Hetty Jones, and oh my God, does it expose a lot about Bob Marley? Bad man. That's a bad man. He did it. So I hate how, because this is a thing in history a lot where, especially men, there's a lot of men in history who do great things but are also terrible in their private life or their home life. Yeah. Like, it's just a reoccurring theme, especially during this time period. I think with like 60s and shit, like 40s to the 60s, men were on some crazy type of time. They've been on crazy type of time. But I will say, like, trigger warnings, there's mention of, you know, like low-key at like SA and like violence, and definitely a lot of violence. Just especially them end chapters, it just goes crazy at the end chapters. Like, girl, what the fuck? Rita Marley went through a lot. That's a strong woman.
She deserved everything she did.
You know, and I also have my quarrels with her because she contributed. You know, she wasn't an angel either. You know, but boy, does she deserve to get that whole Bob Marley estate and everything with it. Lord, yeah, it's a lot. But you know, you learn a lot. I think I'd be open to reading more about like artists or celebrities and stuff if it's depending on who's writing it. Right. You know, you have to be careful with that.
All right, my book is also another one of my books. We were also We were also kings and queens, the Mali Empire. Yeah. This is my children's book, basically going over the history. It's a series that goes over the history of Black history specifically that is not typically talked about in schools. This one specifically talks about Mansa Musa and the Mali Empire, and it's just to showcase that we are more than just slaves, you know, and all those things, that we ruled empires. We had our own everything, you know. At one point, we've done amazing things, you know. We were pioneers. So that's what the series is about. I'm not saying every Black person came from Egypt, because I know some people have some ignorance about that. But what I'm saying is we did great things all across the diaspora. So go check it out. It's on Amazon.
I'm gonna link that down below too. Okay,
if you want it. Yeah.
All right.
Would you read my book?
I've already read it, so I've already read the book. Great book. Get it for your kids. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, baby.
So that's already automatic. Yes. Would you read mine?
I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say yes and no. I'm probably say no more than likely just because like you told me about it. Like as you were going through it, she was so shocked about a lot of things.
I got triggered at one point, bro.
Yeah, she was just telling me everything. So it's like, is the point of me reading it? Like, you know, you're gonna tell me about it.
It got so traumatized. And at one point, I was literally just like, I had to take an emotional break for my sanity. I'm like, oh my God. I know I'm making the faces, but it is a good book. It's good to know these things, you know what I'm saying? But if you can't, I would say if you're not in a good mental space, maybe.
I might need to read it though because I love Bob Marley, but you know, nobody's perfect, and I need to see what the imperfections are. So, yeah.
So would you say then yes?
Yeah, I'll probably read it. Yeah.
And I will say this, like after reading this book, the only reason I'm gonna keep listening to Bob Marley is because I know the funds go directly to Rita. I'm not gonna lie. Rita died. I don't think I'm gonna keep listening. Like for this, and I know she got a lot of children. They'll be alright, but she deserves every penny. Oh my God, she deserves every penny. So I'll keep listening to it. He got great music, you know. It's not like it's a bad listen or anything. Yeah. But next book is Rosario and the Vampire. So this is a manga. The first one, of course. I actually made a video about this as well. I might put it in here as well. This is the first manga I've ever read. I really loved it. The characters are very well defined. It's part of a series, but like it's the type of manga, and I think I like this kind of format better than Horobi. But Horobi's good. It's just a different type of format. Like it leaves it on a cliffhanger, so you don't get the whole story all in one book. But with this one, it's kind of like
a standalone.
Yeah, it's like a standalone, and I have a feeling that every book in the series is probably like that. So like it's kind of like watching a TV show, like a Big Bang Theory. It's a continuous story, but every episode has its own theme going on. Or like Family Guy, you know what I'm saying? Every episode has its own theme going on. So you can start and finish, and it'll be a complete story. And then the next book, it'll be a different story, but within the same setting. That's kind of like how this, and I like that, I'm not gonna lie. I like it. I didn't really explain too much about the book, but it's basically about a teenage vampire. Follows the two main characters are a teenage vampire and a human boy. And they are in like a private school for monsters, and the boy's a human boy. No one knows he's a human. So it's him kind of navigating life as a human in a private high school with a bunch of monsters. Gotcha. You know, on the low. It's a fun read, you know.
And this book is called Alfajiri by Michael LeBourne. Michael LeBourne is my mutual within the author space. I bought his book to support him. I read halfway through. I bought it back in like a couple years ago. I never finished it. I need to finish it. I probably need to reread it because a lot of stuff I do not remember. But it's given like Afrocentric, like futurism. Yeah, like I think this is when I read it from based on the little bit I do remember, it was a great read. I always support my author friends. He always supported me, and he bought like 20 of my books one time. So support your author friends, connect with other authors. It's a great read. I would recommend it. Okay. Would you read my book though?
I would read it.
Yeah.
Would you read my book?
No. Only because like she did a whole series not a series, but she did a whole video on it. I already seen the video. I already know what's gonna happen. So
That's true. But I didn't say every single thing that happened.
I mean, okay, I might check it out. I might. Just maybe. Not definitely yet, so.
Okay, maybe.
Maybe.
My book is Goosebumps, Baby. Night of the Living Dummy. So, for those who don't know what Goosebumps is, first of all, this is like a newer cover. Like I guess I'm old enough to know what the old cover looks like and like the old covers for all R.L. Stein's books. I used to love reading these kinds of books when I was a kid, and it's basically like spooky books for kids.
Yeah.
This has to do with like a dummy coming to life. So, for anyone who likes nostalgic reads or like, because we can read kids books too. Some of them are they'd be fun to read sometimes.
Yeah, sure.
I did a video on this too. If y'all want to check that out. But yeah, you already know what this is about.
Yeah. This book I have is The Black Inventor Alphabet by Keyshawn Alexander. I used to work with Keyshawn. We worked at the same job. We both realized that, you're a black author? I'm a black author? Let's connect. I bought one of his books. He bought one of mine. And it's just basically going over self-explanatory black inventors.
You read it?
Yeah, skimmed through it.
Did you read it though?
Yeah, I read it. Yeah, girl, I'm telling you, it's black inventors. The alphabet. That's all it is. It's a kid's book. But I love the way it's like, it's kind of like handheld. You just take it and put it in your back pocket. I think it's dope. I love the cover too. Look at that.
But I never realized it's a flag.
Yeah, Pan-African flag.
Yeah.
What you think?
But that's not the Pan-African.
It's the colors of Pan-African.
No, that's different. That's green,
Green,
black,
red. I think it's just missing
Pan-African is green, yellow, red.
I mean, the stoplight got yellow. So, anyway, go. Yeah, would you read my book?
I would read it. That's a simple read, quick.
Simple read.
So yeah, I would do that. Would you read mine?
I have read it.
Yeah. I know that. You have read it. You used to read all the time when you were a kid too.
Yeah.
So,
I love Goosebumps books. Honestly,
even the show too. I like the show.
I like the old school
It was
ones.
so much spookier when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I realized as I become an adult,
They corny as hell. Like, it's not really scary.
it's not scary, but when you're a kid, it's cute. It's for kids. It's supposed to be for kids, and not supposed to be too scary. You know.
Right.
This is, but I don't feel empowered, and it is a poetry book. I love this book. The author actually found her because I follow her on Instagram on my poetry page. If y'all want to check that out, I've got that linked in my description too. I write poems. But it's a collection of her poetry, some which she posts on Instagram and some which she's like never posted before. And I really love, like, there's even illustrations here with it, and it comes from, she is Chinese and she's also a lesbian. And so it's coming from those lenses, and some poems having to do with her, her cultural background, and also just, being a lesbian and just, those things, and just feelings and stuff. And I really love it. This was a beautifully put together poetry book. I highly recommend. Yeah.
This book is called Dark Secrets about Anne's Scaraf. If anybody know who Anne's Scaraf is, if you ever read the Bluefish series, this is not a Bluefish series book. This is Urban Underground. But Anne's Scaraf, she also writes for the Bluefish series. Now, I think it is tied. No, it's not. It speaks on abuse and how older men can be predators to young black teenagers. I think it's a good book. I recommend it, especially for teenagers. Black, it can be black, white, Hispanic, whatever. It's a good read because it shows you the signs to watch out for when dealing with older men. You shouldn't even be dealing with older men. Yeah. Good book. Would you read my book?
I don't know, just because it sounds like a little
Trigger.
like triggering, a little trauma.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like at this point in my life right now, with the things I want to consume, like literature-wise, not that I don't read like books with heavy topics, as you can see, with like the political stuff that I have, but at this time, no. Maybe later in life I would, but I don't know if I could.
It does get heavy. It's high school, so it is heavy for high school, but it's important. It talks about important things. You need to read it.
Would you say it's like easy to read for a high school reading level?
Yeah, for sure.
I think it's good that you got that, because teenagers.
I
just
wasn't
say
there
real
real
quick.
And by the time I got to high school, I was full-blown lesbian. But still, regardless, it's still important lessons that you can even pass on to others.
You can still get taken advantage of, regardless of sexuality.
Right.
This one, I actually haven't read it yet. And I accidentally got the cover fucked up. It's called Nenufar. It's a book of poetry. I'm gonna be honest, I got this from a little free library in Santo Domingo. I don't know how we fucked it up. I hate that I fucked it up. Like, I'm so mad about that. But anybody's ever in Santo Domingo, the little free library in Parque Iberoamericano, that's where I got it. There was like multiple copies in there, so you might be able to find it. It says she touches on different topics here, from transformation to the fight for liberty to discovering love. So that's like a few things I see that she, mentioned back here. So
my book is called The Black Hair Care Revolution, a simple pocket guide to growing and maintaining healthy, natural, and perm hair. Me and my girl got this book.
Yeah.
When we went to like one of her acquaintances events that her acquaintance
her mother's
event. Yeah. So it was somebody there who was talking about like natural hair and different hair types and how to take care of it, and we kind of had a one-on-one conversation with her as well. And she gave us we bought her book. I think we bought her book. And yeah, I mean, I haven't taken time to really go through this. I do need to learn how to do my hair because I no longer have locks now. So
you haven't read it?
No.
I think I read it.
You did read it, I think.
Yeah.
But I didn't take the time to go through it because I have natural hair, and I was never really taught how to take care of my natural hair because I grew up getting my hair just perm. So, yeah. Would you read my book? You already read it.
Well,
so.
yeah, I guess I answered that. I've already read the book. So,
yeah.
Would you read? Well, it's in Spanish. Would you read the book?
I'll read it. I mean, I need to practice my Spanish anyway. You have to decide.
The last book that I have here is called Heart of Darkness and Selected Short Fiction. Now, I have read. I think I haven't even gotten through like the introduction, man. I think I'm still in the introduction. I didn't finish it. I have literally only read like probably 3 pages from the book, and I wanted to make a whole video about it. I got this from a little free library over in Chamblee, so that's in Atlanta, Georgia. It follows a riverboat captain on a voyage into the African Congo at the height of European colonialism. So it is fiction. I thought this is probably gonna have some triggering elements to it, I'm sure. Just so you know how old this book is, it was published in 1899.
Damn, my book is Naruto Next Generations. Now listen, I know some people in the Naruto community do not like Boruto. Okay, they don't like this nigga. They feel like the series is ass and unnecessary. I haven't read this. I haven't even seen the anime. No, I haven't even seen Boruto.
You got a collection of shit you gotta read.
Would you read my book?
I would read it. I like manga.
Okay.
Would you read it?
Shit. I don't know, man. I don't know. The old English, I can't read books like that. But I mean, as an author, it's probably good to try to read something like this. I just want to know what it's what is it touching on.
I mean, I told you what's the
They're saying that, but like, from what perspective are we speaking about? You know what I mean? During the colonialism, because I don't want to hear about the white man perspective on this. If it's coming from a white man who was doing the colonizing.
I'm gonna read the back of the book to you just so you see. One of the most haunting tales ever written, Joseph Conrad's Heart of Darkness follows Marlowe, a riverboat captain, on a voyage into the African Congo at the height of European colonialism. Astounded by the brutal depravity he witnesses, Marlowe becomes obsessed with meeting Kurtz, a man of legendary idealism stationed further along the river. What he finally discovers, however, is a horror beyond imagining. Heart of Darkness is widely regarded as a masterpiece for its vivid study of human nature and the greed and ruthlessness of imperialism.
Oh yeah, I would read that. That sounds like my type of book.
So I think they summarized that a lot better.
Yeah.
Because I went and I read the books before I decided which one I want to grab.
That's right, because they put selected short fiction. That book is not short. Well,
no, it's it's this book, and they also put short history.
Oh,
fiction, so
okay.
It's one story.
Okay, I'll read it. Yeah, I would definitely read it. For sure. Since that was her last book, I'm gonna show y'all mine. It is called "What Was Planted Here Before I Arrived: A Journey of Reimagining Your Patterns." This book is good. Okay, I haven't finished it. Obviously, you see the bookmark. This is the book I'm reading currently, and this is the type of book where you gotta read, take your time reading it. The author even says that on the back, like you pick it up when you feel called to pick it up. Very spiritually driven. I love it.
So what's it about?
Touches on topics of like self-love and reparenting yourself and the mother wound and all that jazz, and it's really speaking on healing and the importance of healing and how a lot of our traumas come from childhood, but you gotta go back to the root and heal that. It's been helpful on my journey of self-healing. It's an amazing book, honestly. Would you read my book?
Yes, but I also want to say I've already heard a lot about it, just to you. But I would still read it.
I think it'd be a good read for you.
I think I would still read it. But, you got to finish that first. I don't want to touch it. There's a lot of books you need to finish or start. Like, certain books I'm not going to read unless you read it. But, yeah, I would. I got her this book for her birthday. I'm glad I chose correctly.
It's good. It's like we be so in sync with things. Like we do things for each other when it's needed the most.
That's all the books we have on our bookshelf. As you can see, it's very varied. Like we got a lot of different kind of stuff going on, from like spiritual to fiction, to political to poetry.
A little bit of everything.
We got a little bit of everything. I think we like a lot of different stuff. Thank you for stopping by Wormlings with me and my girl. And I will see you on the next one.